Well, everybody, there's a leak. There's a huge leak. I mean, it's ridiculous. Here's the leak. Are you ready for this? There's going to be a Nintendo Direct in January. I know. That's a real hot take right there. I mean, it was just uh 2 days ago. Oh, it was 2 days ago. It was the first. And I said, "Oh, look, Nintendo usually gives us a Nintendo Direct in January." And so I think that we'll probably end up having a Nintendo Direct in January. And everybody now is talking, and I'm not saying that anybody got the idea from me, because anybody that covers Nintendo probably all had the same idea. However, there's this one source who wants to remain anonymous, and they have said that there is a Nintendo Direct planned for January. I'm working to gather more information on it as of now. And they didn't want anybody to say who they were. They were told January 10th from one source. It has not been cross-checked between sources. Most of my other sources are still undecided on an exact date, but certain of a Nintendo January Direct. What a surprise. Nobody is surprised that there would be a Nintendo Direct in January. There almost always is. And it makes a lot of sense for there to be one. This person who is leaking this information to websites, I don't buy that for a second. I think that they are just somebody who's just making up information and saying, hey, my dad works at Nintendo, and he said that there's going to be a new Zelda next week. It's just the same stuff where people post things that they think are true, and some people pretend that they know something instead of admit that they're just guessing. Like me, I'm just guessing. I have no idea. I'm just guessing that there's going to be a Direct in January. I don't pretend to know, but there's always these people who pretend that they know what's going on, so that they can, build their social network, or I don't really get why, what the benefit is of pretending to know something, because more often than not, when you pretend to know something, you're going to get it wrong. Now they're saying January 10th. My guess was January 11th or 18th. Who knows who's right? They got a 1 in 30, however many days are in January. They got a 1 in 31 days in January. I don't know. I have to check now. I can't just move on. Yeah, there's 31 days in January. They got a 1 in 31 chance of getting this right. And, they decided to roll the dice. I just don't understand why they're pretending. And people see this news, this leak that there's a Nintendo Direct coming in January, and then they get all excited about it. They get super excited because it says leak in the title. And I'm just tired of these fake leaks that they have no basis in reality. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this person, maybe they work at Nintendo or work with a company that works with Nintendo, and they have firsthand knowledge that they're going to be having a Nintendo Direct in January. But that's like guessing that it's going to rain in Hawaii. I used to live in Hawaii. It rains like every day. I imagine some old guy sitting out there in a pineapple field, and he looks up and says, boy, oh boy, my knee's hurting. Looks like it's going to rain today. Big surprise. It rains every day in Hawaii for like an hour, and then it's beautiful the rest of the day. That's not a huge surprise, and neither is the idea that Nintendo's doing a Direct in January. So the idea of somebody just pretending that they have firsthand knowledge of it is ridiculous. And I would just take all leaks with a grain of salt, because most of the time they're just people making stuff up.